Alright guys, today is an experimental video. I'm really excited. I got me a griddle and some old muffin pans, crayons, and I want to melt them and paint this reference. So I got some skin tones going here, and I'm not going for exact likeness. I just want to see what I can do. I try to find real hair brushes because they'll melt, but I'm not going to have my griddle that hot. So I got my reference drawn up here. It was hard to draw on the wood board, but I think it's going to be fun. Even if it doesn't turn out good, I'm trying something new. And don't use a pink eraser because it just seeps into the wood. Let's get into it, guys. It was really hard for me to do this because the crayon wax dried so fast, and the more you layered it, the thicker it got, and I continuously had to clean off my paintbrush because it would dry so thick. I was trying to add tiny details to the eyes here, but it just made them look really wonky. I either needed to draw bigger or have a bigger canvas or something, I don't know. But I tried to melt it down here, which gave it a pretty cool effect and made it a little bit more flat. I enjoyed this part. But I think I was trying to go for way too tiny of detail for the medium that I was using. I also noticed that the colors, when melted, the crayons were just a bit darker than what they are naturally, so I kind of had to work with that a little bit. At this point, I was like, maybe if I get like the surrounding area looking good, I might fall in love with the face. Ugh. I should have went like Picasso style or something. Trying to lighten up the colors a little bit here. I just added white crayon. black turtleneck makes me hot just looking at it. It's so warm outside. Decided to fill in the rest of the background because it just looked weird. Mesh it together, like meld it together so it didn't look so bumpy, but I think I really messed up the face right here. So I scratch it all off. Like, it came off easy, and you can see how much there was of it. But I just wanted to end up with a finished piece that I was kind of happy with, you know what I mean? I ain't looking for perfection. Like I said, it was just an experimental piece, and it worked. It worked, but I think I should have went bigger with my drawing. Like, took up way more of the canvas, so I had a larger area to work with. So I'm just trying to lay it out here, and I instantly mess up on the eyes, but I just go with it. Art doesn't have to be perfect to be art. Like, you just really need to have fun about it, and you yourself need to be happy with it. Really just trying to pull out the features here, and it worked. It worked. She's cute. Little wonky, but cute. Pen for some details. Tried to add in the white clouds. It wasn't really holding on to the wax. Used my tablecloth to wipe off. I didn't have anything nearby. And this is my final piece. My favorite, I think, honestly, is the clouds. Like, I would love to do just a sky scene with the crayons, because when you melted it together, it looked great. But since I did this, I decided that I wanted to do something else, and I gathered up some house wax from my wax warmer, and I had a lot of oranges here, so I decided to make like a mixed media piece. I got book pages, mirror, glitter, pearls, a button for some texture, and some clay pieces, tools, and a wooden canvas. Burning some edges. Don't do this without parental supervision. And I just threw my wax in with the crayon and let it melt, and then I go in. And I really didn't have a plan for this at all. The pages, nothing. I just knew I wanted them on there, And I wanted this like beige background. That's all I knew really going in. And the tools I used, of course. Melding it together. I held it too close and it took away a lot of the wax, but it's okay. And I kind of use it as like a glue when it's warm, which worked out perfectly. And it's translucent, so you can still see the words underneath, which I had a lot of fun with. And then I would just go in with different colors and layering and taking away. When I got the wax warm, I was able to like blend out areas that I didn't like how they were. And then getting it hot, I'm able to imprint other things into it and take away easier. Again, I should have been using a smaller paintbrush, but yeah, I don't really listen to myself. Sculpting away bits that I needed to, trying to just clean it up a little bit. Sorry about the lighting on here. I was just so in the zone that I didn't even really think about the shadows casting while I was recording. Putting in mirrors in random spots. It's kind of hard to get it to stick because it was slippery, so they ended up like in kind of not uniform areas, but they're on there. I ended up adding one at the end, I think off of camera, down at the bottom. Trying to add like a shadow to the paper. And then here I'm adding a layer kind of to glue it down on the edges. And then I just scrape that off. More paper burning. I tell you what, my shed smelled amazing. It smelled like wax and childhood memories from the crayons, and then burnt paper. So yes, I was well ventilated. I suggest y'all trying this. It was just so free and fun, and I didn't have pressure of being like super precise and all the finesse of a painting. It was just, I loved it. I loved it. I think I needed this in my life. And I go in with the white, and it's like really faint purple for clouds. Scraping off a little bit more. so you could see the words clearly. And I just scraped off in the area underneath the clouds, and it ended up being the words "we children," or "we the children." I'll read it to you guys at the end. I thought it was pretty cool. Here I am just like glooping the edges. I wanted it super messy and like wax melty, and it looked pretty good. And here's my final results. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gifting it to someone that's dear to me. But what it says is at the top, "we the children." I loved it actually. I was ready for all God had in store. The world would teach us otherwise, that pain is what ruins us. The world would teach us that once we are broken, we cannot be used, that we should run from the pain just as fast as we can. In fleeing the pain and brokenness of this world, we might miss the joy of the Father's redemption. Which I thought was really cool, because like I didn't pick those pages because of what they said. I just had pages already torn out, and I love it, especially with the butterfly like flying in the sky and the burnt pages. It's like, man, my story's not over yet. No matter what I've gone through in this world, I can overcome anything. And that's what this piece speaks to me. Let me know what it speaks to you guys. If you like it, if you're going to try something like this, I totally recommend it. Stick around and see what we come up with next week. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.